5 Panorama Drive.
Welcome, sir.
Thank you. I want to start by thanking you all. You do a difficult job in the best of times. I can't imagine what it's like now. Bet you wish we were still arguing about the bike park.
Yes.
I want to tell you a little bit about me. I've lived in Huntsville for more than 4 decades. I was a small business owner for 15 years, and by my calculations, I've remitted about $500,000 to the city of Huntsville. I have a confession to make. I am Antifa. I am anti-fascist to the core, and I will fight right-wing extremism and white supremacy wherever I find it. Antifa ideology is rooted in the belief that the Nazi Party would have never come to power if citizens had fought them in the streets in the 1920s and the 1930s. You don't have to be an anarchist to join Antifa. You don't have to be willing to burn and loot to be an Antifa. You don't even have to be willing to do violence to be an Antifa. You can be a pacifist and be an Antifa. It's simple. And to be against Antifa philosophy is to be pro-fascist. It's that simple. The chief's assertion that we should be frightened of Antifa is exactly what I'm talking about when I say pro-fascist. The FBI has concluded, and the director has testified before Congress, that right-wing extremism is the #1 domestic threat in the country. One such group is the Boogaloo Boys. Just this month, the Boogaloo Boys have killed 2 officers in California and wounded another. In Las Vegas, a Boogaloo Boy was arrested preparing to firebomb a power station. In Texas, a Boogaloo Boy was charged with attempted capital murder of a peace officer. All of this in June. Show me where Antifa has done anything like this. The biggest story Antifa in the media is people claiming to be Antifa harass some Trump supporters in California. Doesn't quite rise to the level of killing cops, huh? Who are the Boogaloo Boys? Well, the California shooter was active duty military. We know that the U.S. military is rife with white supremacist ideology. Everyone remembers Tim McVeigh. He was radicalized while serving in the U.S. military. I have to ask you, why are we talking about Antifa? Their skateboards and backpacks, their first aid kits and their milk, their non-existent weapons. The police chief insulted everyone's intelligence with his report last week. Given enough time, I could refute virtually everything he claimed. A 12-year-old with a smartphone could do it. Antifa is a false flag. If there was a danger on the streets of Huntsville, it would have come from right-wing extremists, and I wonder why the chief is focused on Antifa. Your actions have consequences. Everyone's do. If we're going to move forward with this, Chief McMurray's actions should have consequences as well. We need a new chief, preferably recruited from outside the area. Please understand, this is a requirement for the community to heal.
Yeah, it is.
I have one more thing to say with regards to the statue near where 3 black men were lynched by white mobs. This town removed a monument to the Revolutionary War soldiers in 1966
Your time is up.
and lost it for decades.
Thank you.
Nobody cared.
Mr. Fenton, your time. And followed by